My name is Jack, but my Hebrew name is Judah, so a lot of people know me as Judah. One of the craziest things that I ever did, I mean, even as a youngin', as a kid, was as senior year of high school. Okay, I wasn't the greatest academic. I didn't like at that point. It was senior slide. I had a creative writing class, had some ceramics or something, or intro to art class. Had a bunch of freshmen in my classes and stuff. I mean, I had a few of my senior buddies who were just doing a senior slide, as they call it too. But one day, I'm like, man, you know what? It's my senior year. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun, So, like any good story starts, had to get some LSD. Had to get some acid, bro. What are you talking about? It's high school. It's my school. So, I had some tabs. Didn't take them right away yet, because we're just waking up in the morning. Had to make sure everything was kosher. Had to make sure after first period we had like a homeroom or whatever, and I knew I had some buddies in there, because I was gonna do it alone, but I couldn't have nobody know in case shit hit the fan. So homeroom rolls around, and I'm like, okay. I didn't even tell my friend yet, but I went in the bathroom, popped 2 tabs, which is whatever. Looking back on it, I don't even regret it. But go back in the room, and I'm like, hey, if you guys have ever done acid or had a friend or something who was just into that, you don't tell them, but you're like, hey, look what I'm doing, And then the second that the realization hit my buddy's face that we were balls deep in a school day, and that I had just popped some fucking acid, he was like, oh my God, he had this shit-eating grin on his face, like, bro, you're psycho. And I was like, yeah, I mean, back at that time, a senior year, man, nothing could touch me. It's not like I had like anything like huge stakes. I'm not like, yeah, bro, I gotta understand, this advanced placement history exam I'm about to take. Like, no, bro, I'm about to play gym class and then go fucking play with clay in art class tripping balls. So I thought it was a genius idea. But I had one friend in each of my classes that knew that I was tripping. So I went to lunch, I had a few friends, and they were just giggling. Like, we were talking about a few things, and I had another friend sitting next to me. She had no idea. She's like, why are you guys laughing? Why are you guys laughing? And they're just like looking at me, and they're just laughing, and I'm just sitting back like, well, if you've ever done anything like that, you know how it is. But I was just sitting back, just enjoying the sights, sounds, and smells. And she looks at me, and she's like, oh my God, your pupils are huge. And then everyone just started dying of laughing. And then she understood. She was like, oh my God. So we had lunch. It was cool. After that, I had art class. Like I said, we were doing clay shit. I don't know, clay sculpture stuff. And so we get in there, and like I said, this class is full of like freshmen and sophomores, and the babies of the school, But I was cool with everybody. I still had my buddy in there too, and these kids were just in shock and awe, because we told a few, you got some cool underclassmen, you got some, yeah, I mean, that's like anywhere. I mean, college, high school, whatever. But back then, you had some cool freshmen, you could tell them, and they'd just be like, oh my God, really? That's exactly what happened. I'm playing with clay where you gotta like throw it on the table, you gotta slap it, punch it, whatever, and I'm having a grand old time. I'm laughing, giggling, bro. These kids are looking at me, looking. I was surprised by the end of the day, like no teachers have noticed. I'm telling you, if you get caught on that shit, like if you're tripping and they're like, all right, we caught you red-handed, you probably have a full-blown ego death right then and there, or some sort of shit. I don't know. It would have ended horribly. But it didn't. I had one more class after that, and we were watching some sort of movie, right? And I just couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I was giggling like a little school girl, and I only had one person in that class who knew. And bro, he was laughing so hard. Everyone else is kind of looking at me like, this shit ain't even funny, but I'm laughing my ass off. And I'll tell you why I was laughing. It was I don't know what kind of movie it was, but the production was just like, it looked fake. Like, it looked like it was a really, really bad movie. And I was just laughing and laughing and laughing. And I'm surprised only the people that I wanted to know knew about it. And the fact that, you know, you go to high school or something like that and like a lot of people know you, it's not like, you know, I was just one of them kids where you put the hoodie up and say, wake me up inside, you know, like don't know what's going on. Like I could just be doing my thing and no one would ask questions. Like, no, everybody was on my business at that time. And it was crazy to navigate that. It was crazy to navigate through an institution like that, doing a no-no drug, and it was crazy. It really was. And that wasn't the craziest thing that ever happened on LSD for me, but that was probably one of the crazier situations that I put myself in. Yeah, that's definitely like a scenario that not many people I know would put themselves in, maybe. Shit. Like any good story starts, we were balls deep in shit. I don't know,